I'm backing up my truck, I'm gonna hook it up, loading up my boat with all my gear. I've been working hard all week, trying to make ends meet, spending time wishing I was fishing. Whoa, Terry Wickstrom wants to take you fishing. Gather up your gear and come along. Whoa, Terry Wickstrom wants to take you fishing.
This is Terry Wickstrom. Join Karen Kullhem, Greg Claudio, and me as we take you to some of our favorite fishing spots from Colorado to Minnesota, the Arctic Circle to Central America and beyond, as we revisit episodes of Mountain States Fishing and Angling Adventures Television on the best of fishing with Terry Wickstrom.
Hey, we're out here today in Seminoe Reservoir. It's one of the reservoirs along the Platte River system in Wyoming. We're just outside of Rawlins, Wyoming. It's just what's the first one in the string. It goes from Seminole to Pathfinder. There's a number of great reservoirs in Wyoming. And with Gary Darling, it's great to be fishing with you again, Gary.
Glad to be here.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
Well, Gary's been a frequent guest on the show, and he's an avid fisherman, tournament angler, and a very knowledgeable angler, and he's brought a lot to the show over the past, and he's going to help us see if we can show you Seminoe Reservoir. I think we're going to try to do a little walleye fishing first.
We'll start with that and see if we can find some nice walleyes, and then maybe try some trout later on.
Yeah, and we're going to try a few different methods. I know we're going to do some bottom bounce. We may throw some jigs and crankbaits, and we'll do some trolling. We're pretty sure we can get some nice trout, and we're going to try to get some walleyes. I think we can get some, whether we can get some big ones or not. This lake is noted for having big fish, but they can be tough to catch.
They can be. And you go through a lot of little ones before you get some decent walleyes a lot of the time. So.
Well, why don't you join us out in the water, and we'll see if we can show you a little bit about Seminoe Reservoir. It's not a bad looking area in here.
No, not bad at all.
That other boat just caught one right off the edge of this point.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There. There. I don't think it's big, but there's one on there. It's right here.
Need a net on it?
I think we can flip him in.
Okay.
You know what? It's a sucker. It's a sucker. Well, so there, our first fish of the day. We broke the ice with a big sucker. That's not good.
No.
You can't see that.
No, that was pretty good.
Wyoming walleyes, they got big lips. Oh, well. Back to, well, the other boat did have a walleye on.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I think we'll work this area.
Got some little flat and little trees, a little brush.
Yeah. We're back in the Platte arm of Seminoe Reservoir. We're working about 10 feet of water. We're back here quite a ways too. We're back actually out of the valley where it's starting to flatten out almost. And that's where the other boats were, so that's how we determined this would be a good spot to fish.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I was relying on you to show me the old spots here.
Well, we were back in his arm, so it was 4 years ago.
I got one going here.
You
There we go.
Oh, all right. Need a net?
No, I don't think I need a net. Little walleye?
Yeah, little walleye. I better get my line back in the water. Mine was bigger.
Yeah, but yours was the wrong species.
Well, I don't know. This is kind of a multi-species have fun trip. This isn't
That's true.
Concentrate. I mean, I could have caught a walleye, but I wanted a little bigger fish. We're catching a lot of them. That's half. Oh, here's one. Oh, missed him. I had a bite and I missed him. Bet you got a piece of my worm. We're getting not lacking for fish. Just we need to find some. There's. Come on, come on, come on. This feels better. No, it's still another little one. He's just tougher than the others. Well, we're catching. I tell you what, we're catching these. If you came up here and wanted to just catch a few walleyes to eat,
that'd be nice.
Yeah, I mean, what's the limit here?
I believe it's 20.
I think it's pretty liberal because they really aren't managing this as walleye lake. It's just all self-sustaining. But I'll tell you what, you could catch a mess of these and have one heck of a nice fish fry. Oop, that one wants to go, so I'm gonna let him go. I mean, they're not huge fish, but we're catching one right after another. And there are some big fish in here, so hopefully we'll get into them pretty soon. Am I heading now?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just checking.
That was a nice thought, though. You can keep wishing, I guess.
All right. Well, I was checking.
Okay.
Just checking. All we're doing right now is pulling bottom bouncers with nightcrawler harnesses. Seen us do this quite a bit before in the show. Typical spinner blade. He's using a silver blade, I got a gold. He's got a little longer snell. We'll see if one works better than the other. We'll try some different colors and depths, and just pulling some nightcrawlers on harnesses. And I'll tell you that the bottom bouncers with nightcrawler harnesses probably catch more walleyes in the western United States than everything else put together.
Yeah.
Just because that's what people have on so much.
Well, the flats are so big, it's a good way to cover a lot of territory and find fish. You can't hardly jig an area like this because it's so big.
They're so spread out.
Yeah.
You'd contact so few fish.
Yeah.
So pulling these spinners, you go a little faster pace, cover some water.
Yeah, we moved in a little bit shallower here, about 6.5 feet. Oh, there we go. Whoa.
Need help or can I keep fishing?
Yeah, I think you can keep fishing. Sporty though. Yeah, a little walleye.
Yeah, it's about the size, same size, I guess.
Same size, yeah.
If we were keeping some to eat, they'd be good little eaters.
Yes.
Nice fillets. A little bigger would be nice.
About 14 inches here. All right.
You're ahead of me again.
Again? Or still?
I'm not sure. I'm not counting really. I'm not keeping score. I only keep score when I'm winning. We were just talking how when you're using a bottom bouncer, you don't want to set the hook. What you do is you let this drag along in your rod tip, and what happens is these fish will chase this spinner, and they'll either hit it and the line will come towards you, or they'll grab the end of it and you'll feel a pull. And if you set the hook, 9 times out of 10 you'll pull that worm or that hook's right out of their mouth. If you let the fish grab this and turn, that hook will turn in their side. You got one time.
Yeah,
I'm trying to tell the people how to do this.
Well, I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Okay.
Oh, there, he got off. It was, well,
And so what happens, you watch the tip of my rod here. What you want to do is you'll feel the bite, and as soon as that rod moves one way or the other, either it comes towards you and it straightens out or it pulls, the first instinct is to set the hook. What you really need to do is just hold steady, let the boat keep moving until that rod loads up. When that rod loads up, that fish has grabbed that turn, and he's pulling that rod, and that hook is in the side of his mouth. Now all you got to do is reel in, maybe give a little bit of a sweep to make sure the hook is in there good. 9 times out of 10, if you weren't changing depths, if you put a bottom bouncer in a rod holder, you'd catch more fish than you do in your hand because it's so instinctively tough. In fact, it's a secret I was telling my seminars. When you're fishing with somebody, watch your rod tip. As soon as their rod tip moves, go, you got one, because they'll pull it out of their mouth right away and you can outfish them. The problem is Gary's fished with me too much, so he doesn't listen. I got one going here. I missed him. You know, I did exactly what I told everybody not to do. Don't set the hook.
Don't set the hook.
You know, and I wasn't paying attention. He's coming back to it. He wants it. He's going to hit it again. He just bumped it again. Come on. He probably got the worm that time. No, I lost him. No, not concentrating. Here he is. Here he comes. Here he... That time I got him. That time I got him. He did come back. Another little one. But boy, the one right after another. I mean, you can't...
got one too.
You got one too?
Yeah.
Well, we come across the tip of that point. It's just, you can't keep from catching them.
Yeah.
Did you lose yours?
No, I got the crankbait out though, so I was trying to.
Would you like me to get the hooks out of this?
So
He's got both hooks. Now you see, he's hooked in the mouth on the second hook, like I was telling you when they're aggressive. And the other hook kind of grabbed him down here just because when he turned. So let's see if I can get these out without the pliers. There. Okay, mine's gone. You want me to?
No, I got.
You got him?
Yep. Another little one.
Mine was bigger.
Yeah, I would probably give you that.
It wasn't actually, but I was
Oh,
going to say
okay.
it since you didn't see it.
Oh, you're nice, aren't you?
We come across that point, it's like, that's the second double coming across that point in like
Yep.
10 minutes. And the fish aren't big, but I tell you what, if you just want to have fun and catch fish,
It's a good place to be.
well, and you're up in these Wyoming lakes, you don't put up with the boat crowds. I mean, there's a couple other boats out here, but it's by far not crowded.
No.
And I mean, you could go to have a spot all to yourself in the lake if you wanted. And it's just, if you want to come up here, spend a day, it's about a 3-hour drive out of Fort Collins, maybe 4 hours out of Denver. It's these lakes, Seminoe is the upper end of the river, and it's one of the last ones to turn on, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So we're here. It's the middle of July, and this lake is really just turning on.
Yeah, the
Yes,
water's just now 70 degrees up in the upper end where it's a little bit shallower. So right now, middle of July and into August, and then after Labor Day, you know, this lake really gets going sometimes.
When you can almost set your summer up, you could start at Glendo and Gray Rocks, and then after that, It's going to be Boysen and Pathfinder are going to come on.
Yeah.
And then Seminole's going to come on, and then they'll all get good in the fall. And there's times of the year that you can catch fish at all those lakes, but if you want them when there are hot bites going on, you could almost plan a trip to just come up to these Wyoming lakes and hit them as they turn on.
Yeah.
Here we go. I think it's just another little one. Yep. Boy, there's plenty of them in here, isn't there?
Yes.
This is a good healthy fish, though. I mean, it's not huge, but
no.
they're nice. You know, these are nice fillet-sized walleyes. If I was hungry, there'd be about 5 of these in the live well right now for dinner. If I decided I wanted to eat walleyes, because they are so good. You know, these little ones are actually good to eat. They're not. These aren't real tiny. They're decent. We're gonna change our tactics a little bit. We've been pulling bottom bouncers. We're catching a lot of fish. I don't even know how many walleyes we caught. I mean, one right after another. They've been fairly small. Now, if we just wanted to have some fun, catch a few eaters, we can do that all day long, just have a great day. We want to try to show you some of the other aspects this lake has to offer. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up some crankbait rods, trolling rods, and 4 rods, 2 on planer boards, 2 closer to the boat. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the lures we're going to run?
Okay, we're going to run number 5 shad wraps on the outside, and we'll put those about 20 feet behind the board on one of them. We'll run the other one about 40 feet behind the board, and then we'll run deeper lures right dead stick off the back, or flat line off the back of the boat. And we'll run those 100 feet on one and maybe 80 feet on the other, and we'll see what we can do.
And the reason we do that is if the walleyes are shallow, the ones on the boards will be out of the way, the boat won't spook them. The deeper, further back lures, being right in the boat, gives the chance either you may not spook the fish at all because you're deeper, or it gives them a chance to kind of move back in again. One of the lures we're going to be running close to the boat is Berkeley's new Frenzy minnow bait.
Right.
In fact, I've got it right here. I'll show you and we'll give it a try. We haven't tried it in this kind of situation on this lake yet. This is a rainbow trout colored because there happens to be a lot of trout here, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of the big fish, it isn't one of their favorite foods to eat.
I bet it is. And we should catch quite a few trout too. We'll see what happens.
So what do you want me to get the planer boards out first?
Let's get those out first.
Deal.
Okay. There's one.
All right.
Okay.
Feel pretty good?
Yeah. I think it's, oh, just lost it, I think.
Lost it?
Nope, I got it.
Got it. And then what always happens in fishing, we decided to have a sandwich while we were trolling. I had a mouthful of food, he had a sandwich in his hand, and the rod doubled over.
You can extend that net out too. Oh, it's a nice trout.
Oh, we'll be all right, I think. Oh yeah, nice trout. There we go. All right. Oh, that's a pretty fish. Pretty fish. Nice rainbow. Try to get him out of the net without tangling it up too much. Boy, he wants to hurt me. Got the pliers handy? These are these new Eagle Claw hooks. Oh, I got that one out okay. Let's see. These are these Eagle Claw hooks I gave you, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Boy, they're sharp.
They are sharp.
Yes, they are.
Ooh.
Seminoe rainbow trout. There's some beautiful fish in here. I'm gonna get him back in the water. You don't want to keep any trout, did you?
No.
This is small compared to the trout you can catch here, but that's a nice fish.
Nice fish.
Let's get it back in there. Oh, that is so nice. Boy, they're acrobats, these rainbows. The way they jump. He came out of the water about 3 feet.
3 feet there.
When you know what? He's swimming with me now. He gets by the boat. He's gonna,
gonna
put up
go
a
crazy
fuss.
here in a minute.
I'm loosening the drag a little bit because I know when he gets here, he's gonna go nuts. There he is. Yeah, you thought you were gonna reach him. He had other ideas.
Oh! It's all right.
Here he comes. Oh, another nice fat rainbow on the Berkeley Frenzy lure. Hold still. Get this out. He's just barely got that in his skin. There. I'll lay him down and let you get that.
Go ahead and grab the fish now. Just hold this steady.
Okay. Another beautiful rainbow trout from Seminoe Reservoir. I mean, we've been catching, I've lost track how many, I don't know how many we've had on, and we must have landed 6 or 8 already.
Oh yes, at least.
And nice fish, all beautiful fish. You saw the way he dove. Let's get him back in the water. Get him revived. And there he goes, swimming off. Boy, it's a pretty sight. Well, that's a good fish, it feels like.
Yeah.
Looks like.
Yeah.
Don't lose it. You know, we need to show these people some of these big fish.
Already lost him.
You lost him?
Yeah.
After all the bad mouthing you did to me, you lost him?
What can I say? Oh, there he is. I'll be darned.
What?
He's on there.
Oh, he is still on there. Well, when they get by the boat, you know, they just swim with you for a while and all of a sudden they see the boat and it's like, no, that's not where I'm going.
Yeah, you really don't want to horse him because then they'll, oh, I got it. The hook came out of his mouth. Now he's hooked to the side.
Well, we better net him. He's going to be tough to land.
No, it's still in his mouth.
He's in the mouth.
It's got him both.
Boy, that's a beautiful fat fish. Oh, that one is just wide and fat. Okay, the hooks are out. Go ahead and get the lure out, and I'll get the fish out of the net. This is a beautiful, beautiful fish. Fat and just nice. Ooh. He doesn't want those hooks in his hand.
Not today.
Not those nice eagle claw kale treble hooks.
There we go. You got the line there. Okay.
Get him out of here. Just look at this fish. It's a beautiful, look at this fish, how fat.
Oh, he is.
They're eating well.
Great fish.
Man. He's pulling. It's not that big, but he's pulling like crazy. Between him and the board, I've tightened the drag down a little. Boy, between him and the board, he just doesn't want to come. There we go. Who says it's not fun to fight a fish when you're trolling?
Board.
Whoa. He just doesn't want to come. Man, is he pulling. Oh, he's still pulling hard.
Oh, got one on the other board.
The other one.
You're on your
Give
own.
me the net. I'll land this one. You get that one coming.
Perfect. This one. Now we were almost dead stop, and
I
that
know
trout took that right off the board.
Oh. I'll try to get this one untangled out of the net so we can land yours. I'm going to give you a quick look at this one. While he's landing that, get it back in the water, we'll land his. Hang on, pal. I almost got the hooks out of the net.
This may be the big fish of the day here.
Uh-oh. I may be the big fish of the day. Okay, I'm free here. Let me get him.
Here you go.
All right. Oh. All right, we did that. It just shows you what he was talking about earlier, the changing of speeds. We were moving along at a fairly fast clip. One hit, we stopped to land that, and while the other lure was settling down, another one hit on one on the other side. Oh, takes your breath away when you get him going like that. Boy, this is a beautiful fish. I think mine was bigger though.
The one you lost, you mean?
No, the one I landed just now.
Oh.
Yeah, just so you know.
Okay.
You
That
wanna
is
do
a
the
nice
honors?
fish. Sure.
Beautiful, beautiful rainbow trout. I tell you what, I've lost track of how many we've caught. I don't know how a guy could have a much better day fishing.
Boom.
And away he goes. Huh?
Yeah.
He was ready. You're telling
He was
me.
ready. Okay.
Good job. Hey, before we clean up this mess, and while your hands are still slimy and mine are too, you might as well turn around. Good job.
All right.
That was good.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was.
Great.
Man, I just tell you, when you're trolling, I'll tell you what, if you're not an experienced troller, you might only want to have 2 lines in the water out here. Because you can see what we went through with 4 lines and 2 fish on. And it's, but it's fun.
It's a great time.
And we've just had fish on just steady. I think I've got more than you though.
Well, I don't know. We'll just we'll see how it edits out, I guess, won't we?
You know, the thing is, when you're trolling like this, it's really a two-man effort. It's not who caught the fish. One guy's running the boat, one guy's watching lines. Closest guy to the rod picks up the rod, the next guy nets it. And it's just, there's no reason everybody in the boat can't have fun landing fish. It's just a good time. And if you want some fish to eat, there's walleyes, trout. You know, Seminoe Reservoir, we're 4 hours out of Denver, 3 hours out of northern Colorado, the metro area up by Fort Collins. Actually just outside of Rawlins, Wyoming.
Yep. Easy drive, interstate all the way to Sinclair and go north at Sinclair.
We're here on a weekend in July. It's not crowded. As you can see right now, I can't see another boat. We're in the Platte River Arm. It's a beautiful lake. It's 20,000 acres. And what an incredible fishery if you just want to come up and have some fun and catch some fish. So, you know what? Do yourself a favor. Get up here and visit Seminoe Reservoir and join us next week on Mountain States Fishing.